St. Joe Live Movie Reviews, brought to you by Reese Nichols.
This summer at the movies, we've been blown up, shrunk, partied hard, and rocked the stage, and now we're entering the ring.
Southpaw stars Jake Gyllenhaal as middleweight boxing champion Billy the Great Hope. He has it all: money, a beautiful wife, and a child, and a great home. After an altercation, he loses all of it and is forced to start from the bottom, mopping floors for boxing trainer Tick Willis. With his future on the line, Hope fights to reclaim the trust of those he loves the most. Now, I've always said Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors, one of the greatest actors of his generation. I think this role, again, proves I'm right. I actually think there may be an Oscar nod for this one. He nails Billy Hope's transformations both emotionally and physically, and I was totally blown away. While I loved his performance, I was equally impressed with Forrest Whitaker in his role as trainer Tick Wills. Writer Kurt Sutter, who also brought us Sons of Anarchy, gives us this story, and to me it was much more than a boxing story. I found it raw, heartbreaking, and very hopeful. Some people, maybe even Andrew, say it's simply Rocky for the next generation. Maybe it is, but is that such a bad thing? Let's remember that Rocky brought us over $1 billion worldwide over 40 years ago, so I think there's a chance.
That's true, and I think we can both agree on Jake Gyllenhaal. A big kudos goes out to him. He turns in another performance that's better than the material that he's given. Gyllenhaal is great as the mumbly, reserved hothead Billy Hope. There's a lot to be said about how jacked he is, but what really sells it is his amazing ability to conjure up this sadness behind the eyes of a decorated boxer. He goes to great lengths to bring humanity to a fairly cliched role. And unfortunately, most of this movie works in cliches. For a boxing movie, among many other boxing movies, there's not a note or beat that hasn't been covered better in at least a dozen different films about fighters. About halfway through, the film seems to give up on character development and Hope's journey and just kind of say, all right, let's get to the big fight. And even that isn't very good. It follows the beats that you expect it to follow. And besides Gyllenhaal, there's no real reason to see this. You can rent The Fighter or Raging Bull or Rocky or The Great White Hope. This one for me is a pass, but what would you give it for a rating?
I gave it a 4.
Okay, well I'm going to give it a 2, mainly based on Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. It's really the only reason I see to see this, but fair enough. To read my review, check out St. Joe Live and Friday's edition of the St. Joseph News Press, or go online to stjoelive.com. And tune in next week as we review the new National Lampoon film, Vacation. In the meantime, I'm Andrew Gogg.
And I'm Lisa Erdman.
We'll see you later.